Hi everyone, I forgot an intro, but welcome to my new video. Jumping right into it, I already did my brows and primed my lids off camera as I usually do. And to start the tutorial, I'm doing a cut crease, which is something that's a little bit difficult for my eyelids, but as you would any cut crease, I'm basically blending in the crease, and I'm going to list all the products that I use down below. And I wanted to use the Makeup Forever Flash palette for this tutorial because I just thought it would be helpful. So for white, I'm going in to cut the crease. This tutorial is a little bit difficult for me because skulls are difficult for me and I'm all over the place. So I edited this the best that I could within the steps that I think make sense, because you'll kind of notice I bopped all over. This is the JCat Beauty new holographic 3D eye topper. These are amazing. I linked them down below. No, this is not sponsored. They just sent them to me in PR and I wanted to try them. So I did each eye a different color because, like I said, I was just trying to be like all over and creative and whatever, but they're gorgeous. They photograph gorgeous. Your eyeliner lays on top gorgeous, which is kind of hard for glitter eyeshadows. Usually glitter eyeshadows will get flaky and weird when eyeliner is put on top, but as you could see, the eyeliner that I always use glides on perfectly. So these are bomb and they're so inexpensive, and I thought they looked so pretty with this skull eye makeup look. Like skull to bottom of the face makeup look. I don't even know what I would call it. So to make sure my skin is super matte and no pores, I'm using the Cover FX blurring primer. This is probably the best pore minimizing primer I've ever tried. And I had a little darkness. The lights kind of blurred them out, but I did have darkness in person, so I'm color correcting using the e.l.f. orange color corrector and a beauty blender. I'm so used to saying beauty sponge, but I'm using my tried and true beauty blender and going in with the Fenty Beauty foundation because it's matte and it's high coverage and beautiful. I'm putting foundation all over my face, and concealer, I'm concealing how I typically would, probably a lot heavier than usual because I want it to be high coverage, especially for Halloween looks. Go high coverage so you photograph amazing. But I lay down foundation first, and I'm pointing that out because a lot of people go straight into face paint, which is definitely a method you can do, but I find that face paint lays on top of foundation, even if you contour, even if you use concealer and set your face, amazing. So I'm using a professional Wolf FX art palette, and I'm going in with this like metallic violet shade. If I can find them, I'll link them down below. I think they're on Amazon. I bought them at a trade show, and I'm literally painting right over the foundation. And in my opinion, that's what makes it look 10 times better. But like I said, that's just my opinion. Everyone face paints differently, and there's no rules to makeup. But don't be scared and think like your skin's gonna look like shit. Do your skin how you typically would, and then go in and face paint. I struggle with skull looks. This is the first time, maybe the second time that I'm trying it since I started doing Halloween makeup looks, and I find it to be difficult, so I jumped all over the place instead of getting flustered. So I'm drawing in like frowny face lines and started with my nose, and I wanted most of it to be purple, so instead of using the little brush, I went back in with a NYX Duo Fiber brush and filled in my full face first. That way I can go back in and draw in the teeth and the shading and the highlighting. And I recommend this for you as well if you're starting, because I'm someone that finds this to be difficult, and this was easiest for me. If I were to recreate it or do it again or do it on somebody else, I would use the same method of face painting my base color first and then going in. So you can also see how nice it's going over the foundation. So my skin still looks flawless and high coverage, but I still have face paint on, which is a win-win. And at this point, you should look around like this, and it was kind of metallic, such a beautiful face paint color. Like, I love face paints. Face paint, take a shot every time I say face paint. So going back in with white, black, sorry. I started drawing in where I wanted shading and just slowly lining up where I used picture references, but where I'm gonna line up everything, where I would put the teeth. I suggest doing the same thing. Like I said, I don't have an easier way to explain it because I find it to be difficult also. So now I'm going in with white and lining up the teeth. I made a mistake. I think you should use a cream color when it has to do with your lips, because I feel like if you're drinking and stuff, you're going to ruin the water-based face paint. So definitely use both. Use cream color and use face paint. So on your lips, treat it like lipstick and use cream color, but on your face, don't use cream color. Use water-based face paint, if that makes sense, if you're following. So after I did the white, I went back in and added the black shading with a small art brush. I just get cheap art brushes from Michael's because you can clean them and you can also throw them out when you're done, and they're super inexpensive. Also, the face paint from the water-based one from Party City, that's so cheap, like $5, works just as good if they have it there. So just look around. And like I said, go with water-based and not cream color. So I started drawing in where the black is, and then let me pause this off camera. I didn't know it wasn't recorded, but I did underneath my eyes, and I'm about to pop on some lashes. So I'm using Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. Amazing mascara. And you could see that the lids are kind of two different colors, but I really liked that. And now I'm just going back in and doing a couple of finishing touches while my lash glue is getting tacky on top of the lashes. Just adding in little shading parts. Like after you're done, you can always go back in and add more to make it more dramatic. Use picture references and just adding little cracks to my face. Now if I did it again, I'd probably add a little bit more drama to it, but you know. So I messed up my mouth already. I was drinking water, and now I'm going back in with cream. The cream makes it 10 times easier. So that's it for this makeup look. I hope that you like it. Remember to tag me at tinakosnik. And yeah, I hope I see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you. Bye.